Hey guys, Pastor Wade here. Welcome to Wade a Minute. My videos, my thoughts, and I'm sharing them with you. Good morning. It's what is it? It's almost 8:30. I've been up since 5:30 and thinking about things and praying about people and stuff. And yeah, I'm a little bit upset this morning because I saw somebody say something that really made me angry. And I'll tell you why. Last night, um, Roots Above, my ministry, that's our night, Sunday night from 4 to 6 at 220 Central in Holland at Manna Church. Anybody's invited. I hope to see you guys there. Anyway, that was a shameless plug for Roots Above. Anyway, um, I met some people. Well, first of all, we had a great night. It was cool, and we prayed for a lot of people. And we have I think, two people in our group last night that are homeless. Um, and I'm not politically correct. So if homeless sounds bad, they are homeless. That's what they are. Anyway, and I love them. I have nothing against them at all. Not anything against them. So, I feel helpless when it comes to homeless people because I don't have a place for them to go. All my life I've had a home and I've taken in people that were in situations where they didn't have a home for whatever reason. I would take them in if I had room, and I usually had room. And I've done that for, years and years and years. Well, I don't have my own home anymore. When my mom got sick and I moved in with my mom and dad and stayed and I'm still staying with my dad. My mom's passed now, but I still stay with my dad. And it's his home, and I'm not, I'm not welcome to just take in anybody, whatever, which is totally fine. It's his home and it's his rules, and I'm good with that. But it still bothers me because I can't just tell somebody, hey, just come home with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's just a problem for me because I really want to help people, and I don't know what to tell somebody or to actually help. I can tell them all kinds of things, but that will actually help is hard. And I'm not naive. I know that a lot of people that are homeless they're homeless because their own stupid stuff. Okay, I get that. That being aside, I said that. Don't say it later because I just said that. Okay. Regardless, I know a lot of homeless people, and they're not all like that. They're not all, and even if it is their fault, they still have problems that somebody needs to help them through so they aren't doing that to themselves anymore. So regardless of why they're homeless, they still need someone to come alongside them and help them. Okay. So that being said, there's a guy on the internet that is griping and moaning because somebody stopped and gave a pizza to some people living in a tent. And he's like, you're enabling them, and you're this, that, and the other thing. And he's throwing a big old fit and throwing them all in the same pile and saying they're all drug addicts, and they're all this, and they're all that. And dude doesn't even know. I bet he doesn't even know a homeless person. I bet he's never stopped and talked to a homeless person ever in his life. And even if he has, then he should have some kind of compassion and think, you know what, this person is really screwed up. I mean, even if the person is drunk or drug addict, they're really screwed up and they need help. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, so he made me mad because last night after our group, then we go over to a friend of mine who has a ministry, Ground Zero, that meets at Sobar from 6 to 8 ish on Sunday nights. Good group, check it out. My friend Jay is the pastor there. Anyway, shameless plug for Ground Zero. Anyways, when I was leaving last night before I went to Ground Zero, I met some homeless people on the sidewalk, and I talked to them for a little while, loved on them. I wanted to stay, but I had to be at the other ministry because I help out there a little bit, and I was asked to do the opening prayer, so I needed to get over there. And I talked to them, and I didn't want to just leave them hanging, so I asked them if there was anything I could do for them. They didn't ask me for anything. It was, a few of them, and they didn't ask me for jack, nothing. They were just living, and I talked to them a bit, and nobody asked for anything. Okay, so that's not the case. And there was one drunken idiot there that was being mean drunk and making it miserable for everybody. So yeah, there was one of those people that you want to just slap around a little bit, and I knew him, but he didn't recognize me. I'm not sure he knew who I was, and to be honest, but I'm not sure he knew who he was. But anyway, so there was one in the group that was one of those people, but the rest of them were really good, decent people, and two of them I knew personally, so I know they're really good, decent people. But I asked them if there was anything I could do for them, and do you think they asked for a bunch of food and money and cigarettes and all those kind of things? No, they asked if I could bring them some water. I mean, that's all they asked for. And I said, well, you want just regular water or what? Then so I took some orders because I wanted to bring something that they would really like. Well, one of them stuck with water, just plain water. And then there's some flavored water in there, whatever. I mean, it wasn't like an extensive order or anything. And nobody asked for anything other than something to drink. And I asked them if they wanted that and encouraged them to tell me. So they weren't begging, but anyway, so I went to the other group, had a good time, whatever. It was really cool. Came back, and they were still there, and that's when I asked them what they wanted to drink or whatever. And I went to the gas station, whatever. Came back, and when I came back, I brought them something to drink, and then stayed to talk to them. And I do think that sometimes we just throw food or money or whatever at them and think, okay, I'm good now because I gave them something. And I do think sometimes that's not a good idea because, they need something more than what you're throwing at them. They need somebody to love them. They need somebody to talk to them. They need somebody to inquire what's going on with them. And it could be something really simple that they just need a little bit of help to get a ride to DHS, get a ride to the employment office or whatever, and you could change somebody's life just by talking to them. You don't even have to do anything. Just talk to them. And I have to tell you, I was hugging people and loving on people and telling them, how much I cared about them. I got a chance to pray with them. I was really honored to be there. And then this morning, first thing I see is that guy being a jerk about helping people and telling everybody how stupid they are for helping people. And you're just enabling them, blah, blah, blah. And without even knowing anything about any situation of anybody, that like the person that left a pizza for somebody, he doesn't know their story, and he doesn't know the story of the people who got the pizza. So him saying that is just like, what a judgmental jerk, And if I judged him, he would think I was a judgmental jerk. But he's totally cool with judging every single homeless person that's out there, and every single person that helps a homeless person. So I was not offended. I was mad. I am mad. But, not the kind of mad, like raging and I hate the guy. I don't hate him. But I wish I knew him so I could say, dude, let's talk about this because you're really pissing me off. I'm sorry for the word. I heard somebody last night say, I was urinated instead of saying that word. It was really cool. I'm not going to tell everybody it was Jay. I mean, it was okay. But, anyway, I was really upset about that. So here's some idea, okay? I only got a couple minutes. I'm going to tell you this. Try to love people where they're at. Try to be kind to people, even if you know they're doing stupid stuff. Because if you stop talking to people or helping people because they were stupid, you wouldn't help anybody. Because everybody's doing something stupid. Everybody's got some issue, some problem, some whatever. Now, if you're a Christian, you definitely need to do what I'm saying. If you're not a Christian, try to be kind anyway. Being kind doesn't hurt. It's not going to cost you anything. You don't have to give anything except kindness. Can you just be kind? Can you just not be hateful and judgmental? I'm not sure if people can do that, but let's give it a try, okay? You may not realize it, but there's a revival in the land. People are learning to be kind and are trying to be better. And maybe if we talked to each other and loved on each other, we'd find out that we can help people get out of situations, and they can help us too. Because I was helped last night. I was blessed. God bless you guys. Love you. See ya.